Hello and welcome once again. Today we are going to be discussing the AND function. In the previous beginner class, we actually talked about the if function. But the if function, as useful as it is, also has its limitations. It has its limitation when it comes to the fact that you have some cases whereby you have conditions that are so many to be met before you get to a particular answer. For example, if you want to give a remark after you when once you are done inputting your data and all of that, and then you need to give a remark. For example, this is why this particular item should be removed from the company or should be removed from our website because it has not been selling in the past so months, and even the times it sold less than this, sold less than this, it is giving us a loss. So all that condition is like maybe five, and you need it those five conditions to give you just one answer. In some cases it gets very complicated, and that is when you will need the and function. So I'll be teaching you how to use it, though it's in a small situation here. But the moment you know this one, once you are given a bigger task, you'll be able to know that okay, I cannot keep doing if it's quite might be cumbersome. So let's take just this and function. Now let's start it. Let me give you a rough idea of how exactly it works. So somewhere here I can let me just put grades. So we have grades. Down here, let's say the person got a 65. Okay. And here I now want to give my remark using and function. So don't forget, when you're writing your formulas, that equal to sign, very important. I now say equal to, and then I open brackets. What's the first logic? If this here, I want to use this fail now. Just let me focus on the fail. If it is actually greater than or equal to 0, because a student can actually get 0. Do you understand? Then you put your comma. If this same person, this same place, is less than 40, less than 40, it means the person scored between 0 and 39. The person failed the exam. Do you understand? Then we close the bracket and then enter. It's showing false because actually 65 does not meet, though it meets the first condition which says greater than 0, but it is not less than 40. That is one of the differences between the if and the and. For you to have a and function to work perfectly, all of the criteria, all of the conditions must be met. Every one of the conditions must be met. If one out of it is not met, it will give you a false result. So let me see. If I put 25 here, it is true. So this person actually failed. It is true that this person failed. Let's say let's put 55. This person actually failed. So I mean this person didn't fail, so it is false. But for someone that really failed, let's say 39, it is true. The person actually failed. That situation is true. Now let's go to this main little data set that I put here. Let's say we have here, we will start with equal to. All this situation here is what I want to put in one place. So we have the equal to. We have if. You open the brackets. Now use and. So we have and. Don't forget you open brackets. And this now, of course, this first condition, which is greater than or equal to 0, then comma, again this same e2. If it is less than 40, all right, then you put your you close your bracket. Once you have closed your bracket, you put your comma, and then you say the person actually failed. Don't forget to use your quotes when you want to do that. So we have fail. Do you understand? Fail, because it is a word, not a letter, so not a number. So we have failed. Now we are going to continue with another if. So you put your comma. We say if we open bracket again and open bracket. Now we are still dealing with this same place. So you say this place. Now what's the second one there? It is less, greater than, or equal to 40, right? But this same place is actually still less than 60. If it's less than 60, it means it's a pass. It's just a pass. So you close your bracket and then you put your comma, and then don't forget your quotes because it is a word pass, and then you do that, comma. We are starting another if function again for this last one. So we say if you open brackets and again, and then you open brackets again, if this place is greater than or equal to 60, right? Then your comma, and it is less than but also equal to 100, because the students can actually get 100 marks. You understand? Then you close the bracket. Don't forget, always close the bracket of your and. Your and condition, once you have met it, you close the bracket. Then of course you put your comma and put the else. It means if that happens, this person had a distinction. Distinction. All right. Sorry. Distinction. And now, if this person doesn't have any of these condition met, remember that's what we did in the if function. It doesn't have any of this or any of this at all. So we say else it is actually false. So what message do we want to see? Sorry. What message do we want to see? We want to see error. We want to see the error message there. Good. Now that we have done this, how many ifs did we open? 1, 2, 3. All right. So we have to close the bracket 3 times and then we press enter. Let's see. It's saying something happened somewhere. Oops. Yes, yes, yes. I didn't select that there. You see what any little error can cause? Any little error is going to tell you, no, you've made a mistake. So you see, this 31 failed. What do we have to do next? That's all. Double click on that plus sign and it has done the rest for you. So this person had a distinction, a pass, and all of that. Even if we change this, if I change this to 21 now, you see, it's showing me a fail. You see, this person even got a 0, so the person failed. If I make the person get 100, the person is going to have a distinction. So that is how easy it is. I hope you actually see this is going to still fail. So I hope you enjoyed this particular class. Practice as usual before we move to the next class. See you in the next class.